What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com. Happy Halloween, October the 31st, 2019. It's the last day of October. November is upon us. Let's get into a recap. Sorry, let me adjust this microphone that everybody seems to love. So, ton of thumbs up yesterday. Broke the 100 mark. I like seeing that. I really do. So, everybody seems to like the microphone, the sound. So, something cool we're going to do. I like seeing 100 thumbs up on a video, even though it was a longer one. So I'm going to count tomorrow as day one, right? Let's do it again today, and let's do it again tomorrow. 3 days where we break 100 thumbs up. Guys, a couple thousand people can watch this video in a day. It's very simple for 5% of the people to hit the thumbs up button. Let's break 100. If so, I am going to give away a free month on Saturday or Sunday one. I mean, it'll be announced one of those days. I'll give away a free month. Just something fun. So, first and foremost, congratulations to the Washington Nationals on a job well done. First World Series in franchise history. Cheers to you. Well deserved. Well deserved. I'm not going to get too deep into the game. I'm going to save that for the live show. It's about 8 a.m. right now. Live show starts at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Well, between 10 and 10:15. We're going to actually launch the feed at about 10 o'clock. You may not actually see me go live till closer to 10:15. Give people a chance to, get on, get in. That way they can be ready, not miss anything. We're going to run for about an hour, maybe a little longer, and yeah, it's going to be a good time. So that's when I'll deep dive into my thoughts on the game, the series overall. We'll talk NFL, college football, college basketball, the NBA, and then whatever you guys want to talk about. We'll do a deep dive into the business sector again. Everybody seemed to like that, and it really helped them. But nevertheless, congratulations to the Washington Nationals. Bittersweet. It was the final game of baseball for 2019, which does suck, but hey, let's think about it. In about 4 months, well, not even quite 4 months, we'll be sitting there starting spring training. So that's one good thing. That's one positive way to look at it. Obviously, everybody knows I made my prediction preseason for the Astros to win the World Series. They did not do it, but they took it to a Game 7. I've already had people talk shit to me like I failed. They're like, oh, you suck. You don't know anything about baseball. The Nationals won. And I'm like, look, none of you fuckers picked the Nationals to win the World Series. Hell, all of you picked the Nationals to win the World Series last year when I said they wouldn't even make the postseason. I still believe that the Astros were and still are at this moment in time the best team in baseball. But hey, again, I don't want to get too deep into it. I'm going to go on a rant about the game last night, and it's not going to be about winning or losing or anything. It's just going to be my thoughts as a fan. But I think you guys will get a kick out of it. And once you hear my reasonings, I really think you'll see it my way. There's just some things that went on, and I think one big question mark is now looming over that entire clubhouse going into next season. So stay tuned. Or tune into the live show if you guys want to be a part of that. All right, so let's do a recap of yesterday. Yesterday, I did give you the Astros minus $1.35 as your free play. I gave you my reasonings why. I'd stand by that play over and over. There was nothing you were going to do yesterday with a line like that, with the situations in place, to make me go against the Astros. Everybody thought that they said, oh, the Nationals are going to get to Greinke. He's not a good pitcher. Let me tell you something. He was a fucking magician last night, to put it modestly. Again, that'll kind of be going into my rant. So, Greinke, hats off to him, pitched a great, great game. But free play did not come through. Now, we did have a premium play on the over 7.5, which did come through. So, we end out our baseball season on a 1-1 split day. A great, fantastic, hats off to everyone who was on my MLB season. A great season nonetheless. I have not pulled up the spreadsheet yet to do the final numbers, but going into the World Series, we were sitting right at about 64.5% overall. Just under 65%. World Series was great. We definitely had a winning World Series. So hopefully that'll put us at the 65% or just above mark. We will see. But another great year. We didn't hit that 70% mark like we did last year, but I don't know of anyone else that hit 65%. Certainly, playing the volume that I play. And, I guess I need to write it down or type it into a system to make it official, because that's now the thing that makes it 100% true. I won't even go there. But anyway, so 1-1 day in the MLB yesterday. We get into the NBA. The NBA, Steph Curry has now got a broken hand. Everybody's already writing the Warriors off. Now, I didn't think going into the season the Warriors were going to win a championship by any means. But now they're talking about, they'll get a top 3, lottery pick. They're going to start tanking. No, they're not. The Warriors still have talent. And the thing is, even if they wanted to tank, nobody would be able to accuse them of tanking because you got Thompson and Curry out. Your two point machines are now out. So nobody could, point the finger and go, you're tanking. Because then they can go back and say, well, our 2 highest scorers, are the glue that holds this team together. They're not here, so we're not tanking. We're just losing. So, but it sucks for the Warriors, but I think it is a good thing for basketball to now know that that dynasty isn't going to continue into this year. So, we had a little shift in outcomes last year with the Raptors winning, and I think this year we'll see, another champion crown. I'll get into an NBA rant involving my mortal enemy, James Harden, on the live show, so stay tuned to that. But anyway, let's get into the plays that we had. So we had the Warriors and the Suns over 228 points. That one cashed. We had Boston, Milwaukee over 222 points. That one missed it by a point, by 1 point. There were a couple of fouls there late where shots were missed. I really thought we were going to hit the 226, 227 mark, which on any other night we would have, but it's like the easy free throws that nobody's making cost us that game by a point. Chicago Bulls, they ended up dropping a game. I don't know what it is with the Bulls and playing great for 3 quarters and then just falling off, and it's not the fact that they're going out there and playing slower. They're giving it away. They're going out there and they're, first of all, not taking shots, and when they are taking shots, they're taking shots while being double and triple defended, which make no sense, and they're letting teams go on 8, 10, 15-point runs at the end to lose a game outright. So drop that one. Then we had the Clippers and the Jazz under 216 points for a split-out day in the NBA. So not the greatest day there, lose a little juice, but, not a losing day overall, just with the juice. Then we get into the bread and the butter now that MLB is over, or at least the bread and butter for now until college football or basketball starts. 4-game day in the NHL. We did drop a puck line play at plus 145 for our only loss of the day, but we did hit the St. Louis Blues as a top play. Nice win, good game to watch, very entertaining. Tampa Bay Lightning on the money line, minus 125. That's why I don't play a lot of 3-way regulation games, because you have teams coming in off of a back-to-back. Your overtime and extra playing time is just, it's a lot more likely when you're playing off a back-to-back. So that's why you guys don't see me do that a lot. But either way, minus 125, a winner there. And then the Vancouver money line at minus 115, a nice, easy win over the horrible LA Kings. Even though the LA Kings started out fast out of the gate, going 1-0. Vancouver came back, made it a 2-1 game, and then ultimately a 3-2 game, and ending at 5-3. Never looked back once they took the lead. So another 3-1 day in the NHL. That brings our overall NHL record for the season to 51-16, which cannot be matched by anyone. I don't care what they say. For 76.12% on the season. Second to none, guys. With the top play winner in the NHL last night, that puts us at 14-2 on the year for NHL top plays for 87.5% exactly. Again, something that cannot be duplicated by anyone in the industry at this moment. And it's been great. 50% off the NHL season as we speak until midnight tonight. Get on the college basketball early bird special. The NBA, as I said earlier in the week, the NBA discount. It's not the early bird anymore, but the discount we were running for this week also ends at midnight. Anything else we have going on? We have $99 gives you 7 full days of all premium and daily top plays in all sports. Same thing goes for a 3-day pass for $50. The same thing applies. A month for $299. The same thing applies. So make sure you jump on one of those, get involved, and start winning. And again, as I preach every day, it's not just about how many games you win and lose. It's about ensuring that you turn profit each and every day possible to ensure that each week and each month you come out in the green making money. Because, guys, you treat it like a business, it'll pay like a business. If you treat it like a hobby where you just have to win every game and not, and hope that you never lose, you will be sitting in the red a hell of a lot more than you will in the green. So, in stating that, that's really all I got as far as a recap. Like I said, we're going to get a lot more in depth in things that I want to talk about in today's live show, which goes in about 2 hours, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Make sure you tune in right here on YouTube. I don't know if it's a dick move for me to be wearing a limited edition black and white autograph. I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe right there with the blue ink. Mr. Javier Baez autographed jersey. Is that a dick move to wear that after the Nationals just won? Oh, well. Oh, I'll be going on my rants today. Everybody seems to like those. But that's all I got. So let's get into a free play. We'll do the rest on the live show. Got to save some of the fun for that. Let's go to college football. Georgia Southern, Appalachian State. Rivalry game. Appalachian State has cracked the top 25. I think they're sitting at, 20th in the nation. Appalachian State is an absolutely extremely fast-paced team. Very good football team, very well coached. Really like the football team. Boone, North Carolina, it's a home game. Now, when the line was officially released, kind of a look-ahead type line, I really thought that the over was a sure thing. Now, the problem is, now we've got just terrible weather hammering the East Coast right now. Plus, Boone, North Carolina, you're surrounded by mountains. So you can't get a 100% accurate weather report because you don't know which way the winds are going to shift and whether you're going to be dumped with more rain, less rain, worse winds, whatever. Line opened up at 49, and if we were dealing with good weather, I would be hammering this over. Can't hammer the over, especially at 49 now, because of the weather. The projected weather is steady 15-mile-per-hour winds, steady rain the entire time, with most, I would say probably at least 60% of this game you were dealing with a heavy, heavy downpour, and then times of just torrential downpour, and then gust of wind upwards of 50 miles an hour at times. And all that, you're surrounded by mountains, so you're down there in that little valley where it can be turned into a vortex. So the wind could be a huge factor in this game. Because of that, money has flooded in on the under to get it down to all the way to 44.5. Now, here is the thing. That I would love to pound this over and go against everybody and say, these two teams are obviously going to establish a run game. That's all they have. They cannot try to put it out through the air if the weather turns out to be what is expected, because that will, in turn, it'll kill both these teams. They won't be able to do it. So I would love to hammer this over, go against everyone, hope that both team establishes a good run game, and that neither defense shows up and really plays to even half of their potential, because if that were to be the case, we could see it go over 44.5 and shock the world. Now, am I going to lay my money on that? Not at this point in time. If I do, I'll put it on social media or something and say, hey, we're going to go against the grain. We're going to take over 44.5. I'm going to see if this line comes down even farther, because it's a very good possibility we could see 43. Again, even if at this very moment, if it was sitting at 35, I probably wouldn't take the over just because of weather. So definitely want to see what they're thinking an hour or so prior to game time. But being of what I just said, each team establishing a run game, both of these teams know how to sling it through the air. Both of these teams have a good aerial attack. Both of these teams play similar defense. I think that the line is slightly inflated from the get-go to be a rivalry game. It doesn't matter about records. I've said this 1,000 times. Take your win-loss ratio, take how good a team, bad a team is, take all that and toss it out the window when you talk about getting into an actual rivalry game. Yes, this is not a Power 5 rivalry. No, this isn't prime time Saturday night type rivalry. But it is a rivalry nonetheless. Two schools, longtime rivals, don't like each other. I think this line opening up at 18 was the most inflated thing out there. If it was still sitting at 18, I think this could be top play caliber. Right now, I can get it at 14.5. I see a couple of 15s. We'll go 14.5 for the free play. If I was to wager this as a premium or top play right now, I would go in and buy. I would go to a book right now that I could get it at 15, which I think we will get back up to, maybe even 15.5. Make sure that if you are going to play this game, you get that hook. Do not lay 14. The 14, that half point could be a very, very big deciding factor in this game. But I think because 18 was inflated to begin with, I think that both teams are going to have to establish things on the ground versus the air, which is going to make this, being a rivalry game, number one, that's going to take them out of their element of what they're used to being able to take as a beginning approach to a game. So I think that in the very beginning, we're going to see teams that are trying to figure things out, which means that they're going to be able to burn a little more clock. They're both going to be trying to figure those things out, which means they're not going to be able to score as quickly, not to mention the weather being a huge factor. I think we could go in and see this game by separated by no more than a touchdown at halftime. And I think come the end of the third quarter, these teams being gassed from running offensively and defensively, if we could see going into the fourth a 10-point or less, dividing factor there, I think Georgia Southern can cover this game. Do I think they win it outright? It's possible, but they're not a better team than Appalachian State. The weather's going to play a huge factor in whether or not they can come out, get an early lead, surprise them, catch them off guard, and build off of that. But I think 14.5 being the situation, being everything that's out there right now for us to go off of, I'm going to have to roll. Take 14.5, take 15 if you can get it. But your free play, and obviously if you are on a package or anything like that, and this turns into a premium or anything like that, you will be notified because it will be on the card today. But as of right now, just shy of a premium play, free play, Georgia Southern against Appalachian State. We're going to take Georgia Southern plus 14.5. Guys, I love you. Tune into the live show at 10 a.m., and we will have a lot of fun. And get your questions ready. Like I said, we're going to do it in segments, but make sure you have them ready. I'll answer as many as I can. I love you guys. Congratulations to the Washington Nationals on your first World Series, and I will be deep diving into that game once we go live. Love you guys. Georgia Southern plus 14.5. Jump on the NHL season, guys. Stop procrastinating. Stop sending me emails saying that, I'm going to jump on it tomorrow. I'm going to do this. If you don't want it, that's fine, guys. But if you want it, jump on it now before you have to pay double the price. It's just smart. Saving money is making money. And right now, you can sign up with whoever you want in the NHL. As long as they're making you money, you're doing something right. All right? But you're not getting 76.12% overall. You're not getting 87.5% on top plays. And you're not doing it every single day at a higher volume. Love you guys. ChaseWins.com. Come check me out. See you guys.